Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Let's Get Into It, the pro wrestling edition, and we're going to be focusing on this episode on the upcoming Royal Rumble. So we're going to be talking about, we're going to give you a library recommendation. We're going to talk about some of our favorite Rumble moments, and then we're going to run the card down and give you our predictions and our personal wishes of who we would like to see win this upcoming Sunday. This is considered one of the best pay-per-views of the year. It officially starts the road to WrestleMania. Lots of pageantry.
Our favorite time of year.
Oh, it's such a great time of the year.
And David, I think I've told you numerous times, but the Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view. It's my favorite, besides WrestleMania,
Yeah.
This is my favorite thing that WWE does. The intrigue and the excitement.
Yeah.
Basically, anytime they do anything that's like, there's a mystery going into it, you don't know who's in the match.
Yeah.
Around this time of year, the rumors are running wild, and it gets a lot of people talking, and just like what we're going to do in not too long, is a lot of people say like, I hope this person wins or that person,
Yes.
because you got 30 chances to win it, and
Absolutely.
you got your fingers crossed your guy or now gal wins it all.
And I think it's a lot of wrestling fans' favorite pay-per-view, just because the concept is so simple.
Yeah.
And it's very exciting. The anticipation of a countdown, who's coming out next, just like the unpredictability, and you covered a lot of it, man. It's definitely one of the best pay-per-views of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So before we talk more about the Royal Rumble, I wanted to give a little shout out again to Dennis Hopeless. His graphic novel I just finished reading, the Kevin and Sammy show. I just finished it last night, and as usual, his graphic novels, his illustrations, awesome to look at. The storytelling, absolutely excellent. I love how they, in this graphic novel, went into more of the friendship before WWE with Kevin and Sammy, and it gives you a little bit more of a background of what you didn't see probably on WWE television. So, highly recommend it. It is available. You can order it through the sales network, and that's my recommendation of the week.
Very good recommendation. Like you just said, Dennis Hopeless does such a good job, not only bringing the characters that we see on TV into the mix, but he also does a really good job of blending together the real person, not Kevin Owens, the character, but the real guy that has a family and all that stuff. He does such a good job. Every time that I go back and kind of get caught up, and I'll read a volume of the WWE series, it's such a treat. It's so fun.
Absolutely. So before we run down the card, I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite Rumble moment?
My favorite Royal Rumble moment, without a doubt, is when John Cena returned from injury in 2008. That's I told you before. That's one of those moments that you can watch over and over, and you always get goosebumps from that crowd. And just Triple H's facial expressions when Cena comes out, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. That is and was such a surprise, because he have like months left of physical therapy.
Oh,
I was like, oh my God, there he is. He clearly is bred in a lab, because he looked in even better shape than when he left.
Oh, absolutely. That was a great moment.
Yeah, I love it. How about you?
Mine was when I was in Boston. It was 2011.
Oh.
And it was a crazy ending to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And I remember, Del Rio threw out Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And his music hit. And I think like 95% of the crowd forgot about Santino was never officially eliminated. And this is kind of one of a favorite Rumble moment of mine, just because for a moment you thought the unexpected might just happen.
Right.
They just might swerve everyone.
Yeah.
WWE just might swerve us here. You see Santino's hand on the rope, and Del Rio celebrating with Ricardo, and you see Santino stumbling, realizing he's the last person, him and Del Rio. And the crowd doesn't know what to make of it. Because for a minute, you probably think that we're going to get Santino Marella going to WrestleMania to face either Edge or The Miz. And it was just something so out of left field. And I'm like, as this is going down, I'm pretty excited because I'm like, well, this is something new. This is going to be fresh. He hits the Cobra right on Del Rio, and he starts celebrating. And then in my head, I'm like, okay, I think that I don't think this is going to end well. So as after he hits the Cobra, he picks up Del Rio. He's about to throw him out. Del Rio, last second, turns around and throws off Santino.
Yeah.
But I just remember in that moment, I just thought, like, wow, they really, like, that was a really unique ending. And that was...
Yeah.
That was a really, like, swerve. For a minute, you thought the unexpected was really gonna happen.
That's when wrestling is at its best.
Absolutely.
It's when it's a total 180. You know, I'll go off on a tangent for like a second, if you will. Look at Mania with a few years ago, the main event, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Did you think Rollins was going to cash in and make it a triple threat for a hot minute?
If it was a passing thought.
Right. You know, I never figured he would. He had that match against Orton. Yeah. That awesome match.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, that's it. And they're like, oh, no, just kidding, we're here. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Seth Rollins with the heist of the century.
Yeah, that has to be the best cash-in.
Oh yeah,
of all time.
Without a doubt. But yeah, to piggyback off of what you're saying, you know, that when wrestling, any promotion does something so outrageous and unexpected, is when wrestling really is the coolest thing ever.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So let's get on to the card.
Yes.
We'll start off with the women's tag team match for the tag team championships. It's going to be Asuka and Charlotte taking on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Who do you got?
I got Asuka and Charlotte dropping the titles. Like we were saying before, it's Mania season.
Yeah.
I see them. You know, I like Asuka and Charlotte as a tag team. I think it's fun. I think it's kind of reminiscent of Macho Man and Hulk Hogan coming together. It's like you have these two superpowers, and it's like, whoa, this is cool. They have the belts, you know, this, that, and the other thing. But I think Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will retain those belts at least until Mania. You know, they'll drop them again to someone else, and you know, we'll see what happens.
Right now, I don't think Asuka and Charlotte need to be women's tag team champions now. What I think will happen, I think maybe Charlotte will beat Asuka before Mania for the.
Charlotte will beat Asuka.
For the Raw Women's Championship.
Okay.
At some point before Mania, but long story short, I do see Nia and Shayna becoming the new women's tag team champions.
Yeah, maybe we start to see some dissonance between Asuka and Charlotte. Charlotte starts to turn, maybe.
And she's got to figure some stuff out with Lacey Evans and her dad. So. So Charlotte has some stuff to figure out right now.
Yeah, she does. She's got a lot. My poor Charlotte's got a lot on her plate.
So we're going Nia and Shayna.
Indeed.
Baszler. All right. So we have Drew McIntyre and Goldberg.
Yes.
I think McIntyre is going to retain
wholeheartedly. Absolutely.
I think the match will be no more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, like we've always said, or like you've said rather, anytime you have Goldberg in the mix, it's just like playing a WWE game where you just keep mashing their finishers over and over and over and over again.
I'll tell you what, that was quite enjoyable to watch him, Goldberg and Dolph Ziggler.
Yes,
that was like, I was actually kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like that match. I like the outcome.
Yeah, it was just a nice little squash. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the future holds for Drew leading into? I know we've got a handful of we have a handful of pay-per-views before Mania. Even though we talked about the Rumble, and it's like, oh, and then WrestleMania's next. No, we got like 2 more.
Yeah,
you know?
I think he's gonna end up. This is kind of a general statement. This is it's pay-per-view. I think is very unpredictable.
Sure.
I think the winner of the Rumble is gonna challenge Drew.
Okay.
Whoever wins is gonna challenge Drew.
Okay. No matter what.
No matter what.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. What about Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens?
I think Reigns is going to retain. It's going to be an excellent match.
Absolutely.
I do think that it's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty. I think Kevin Owens is going to come very close.
Yes.
Winning.
Either way, it's going to be a very close match.
Their matches have always been excellent.
Yeah. When I wrote down my prediction, I agree with you. Roman will retain. When I wrote that down, though, I began to doubt my choice. And I was so sure when I wrote it down. Oh yeah, Roman is not going to drop it before Mania. I don't know. I don't know. They may try to swerve us. I feel Kevin Owens will hold that belt again.
Yeah,
it's only a matter of time. He's that good.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. Again, the unpredictability of this entire card, which I have to say, it's a tiny card because you got 2 Rumble matches now.
Right. I
like this card. This card all around is intriguing to me.
Yeah, it is.
And we got the women's Rumble, or women's then men's.
All right, so we'll do something a little. We'll say who do we we'll give our prediction of who we think's going to win.
Yeah.
But if we had a choice, who would we want to win?
Yes, absolutely.
So who do you think's going to win for the women's Rumble?
I wrote down 2 choices, but now I feel like I need to just commit to one. I'm going to commit to Bianca Belair.
Yeah, that's who I have as my prediction who I think is going to win as well.
And that's my same answer for who do I hope? Bianca Belair. Time and time again, she has proven that whatever her career in WWE is going to look like, it's going to be impressive and memorable and good.
Yeah, she has a lot of star power.
Yes.
She has star written all over her.
You know, she should be up in the ranks with the women wrestlers like Sasha Banks and Bayley and Charlotte and Asuka.
She proved that last year at the Rumble too.
Yep.
What a performance.
Yeah, all the gals, Alexa Bliss even.
Yeah.
I don't like Alexa Bliss, but I can't deny that she's held the women's belt for what, like 28 times or something? You know, you can't deny that those gals from, let's say, those classes of NXT are on top of a mountain all their own.
Yeah.
And I feel Bianca Belair is one of the new women who can realistically start making that climb to their own mountain.
Absolutely. So, as I said before, I think Bianca Belair is going to win the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
But who I want to win?
Yes.
I'm going to say, I think, I'd like to see Alexa Bliss win it.
Well, you were saying,
Yeah, I think she's been the MVP of Raw since the Fiend's been off. I think every segment she's been on Raw has been super entertaining.
She's single-handedly carrying that storyline without the Fiend.
And how crazy would it be, like, continue the momentum, have her win the Rumble?
Yeah.
I don't know who she would challenge, but I would love to see.
Yeah.
I'd love to see her win it. I would love to see Bianca win it as well. I think a wild card could be Rhea Ripley.
That was the other person I wrote down. I wrote down Rhea Ripley because she could, depending on how you book it.
Yeah.
Charlotte becomes women's champ. Rhea Ripley will
Right.
go for the rematch for this year's Mania.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And now, the moment we've been waiting for, David,
Mhm.
is upon us.
Yes.
The Men's Royal Rumble.
All right. My prediction is who's going to win it. I think it's going to
Yes.
be Daniel Bryan.
Same. Yep, same. He's been, talk about momentum.
Mhm.
Like, ever since, it's like, okay, Rumble time, like, his momentum just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't win the Rumble, I don't know, he'll win something. He'll win a title at Mania.
Absolutely. And I think he might face Roman at Mania.
That would
I don't
be
think
awesome.
we'll see what what can happen from now until
Yeah.
Mania, but that's definitely a strong candidate to face.
Yeah, or even McIntyre. Like,
Yep.
we could get some kind of match that's very reminiscent to Lesnar and Daniel Bryan a few years ago. I think at Survivor Series.
Yes. Yeah.
What a great match! Like, I liked that match.
That was excellent.
I know a lot of people didn't like that match, but it felt like
The big
it
time.
felt like a wrestling match, like with the
Absolutely.
grappling and I don't know, like Daniel Bryan against guys bigger than him
Yeah.
is always the storyline.
Absolutely.
But they do it so well.
Yeah.
I like Daniel Bryan.
And I know there's a lot of wrestling fans who maybe are not very keen on Brock Lesnar, but I'll tell you what, any match he's in, it's usually a match of the year candidate.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue.
Absolutely.
And the guy still has star power.
Yep.
And whether you like him or not, your eyes are glued to the TV
Mhm.
when he comes out.
Yep. Absolutely. Now, who do you know? The fun part.
Yes.
Who do you hope? Or you think Daniel Bryan's gonna win? That's your pick.
Yep.
Who's your dark horse? What's your
Big E.
Big E? That is a good choice.
Big E. It's time to put a rocket on his back and let's go to the moon.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Every Rumble, I think for the past 6-7 years now, Cesaro. Every Rumble, he is my dark horse.
And he's on quite the roll as of lately, too.
Yeah.
Has some good big wins.
Absolutely. We'll see. It feels like everyone in that gauntlet match a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, and I think it established Shinsuke as a wild card
Uh-huh.
now, too. He's definitely, his stock has gone up big time since that gauntlet match.
2-time winner.
Absolutely. Make him a that'd be great.
Mhm.
A 2-time winner.
Yeah.
If Big E were to win, I would think that he would face Roman.
Face Roman.
Because I remember there was it was a Talking Smack segment between Big E and Paul Heyman,
Uh-huh.
and it was
Oh,
really it
sure.
was excellent.
Okay.
It was really well done in
Yeah.
the interaction between them, and if Big E won, it would have been great to have him go against Roman at Mania.
Yeah. And I know they're on different shows, but if you have the Usos in Roman's corner,
Yes.
and they start to interfere, you can get the New Day to help Big E.
Yeah, that story tells itself.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's great storytelling right there.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be fun.
No, it sure would be. It's definitely going to be a unpredictable night. How about before we sign off here? How about any surprise entrance? I know I kind of just threw this at you, but do you have any,
sure.
Surprise entrance either for either Rumble who's going to show up?
I think they did this a few years ago, but I was actually thinking this morning, picking my picks for the individual matches.
Yeah.
How cool would it be? I don't know where he's at with his injury.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe.
Oh, that would be cool.
Do the countdown and then his music hits.
Yes.
And then
yes.
he's at the commentary table and he just, he rips his jacket off and he runs into the ring, and maybe he eliminates a guy or two, and then someone will throw him out, something like that. And who's the fella? Wasn't his name Karrion Kross?
That's who I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a surprise entrant.
Is that his name now? What's
Karrion Kross?
That's his name now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was Killer Kross in the.
Yes.
90s, yeah.
Yeah, I feel. I certainly don't think he'll win it, but you know, a surprise.
Yeah, he'll come in and wreck people up.
Yeah, absolutely. Finn Balor.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, a lot of NXT.
You got a lot of NXT talent.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how about for women? Any surprise?
I think the Bellas might be a.
Oh, sure.
Will be a little bit of a surprise. They'll throw them in there.
Yeah.
You know, of course, Trish Stratus is always a wild card.
Trish Stratus.
Lita.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Victoria in a while.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm trying to think of all these other gals that we haven't seen in a while. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
We will have to see.
Absolutely. Maybe some representation from the NXT UK division.
Yeah, that's a given. That's a given. They got to do something with that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a fun show.
Yes.
We're looking forward to catching up with you guys on the next episode here. We'll be on the road to WrestleMania. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.